Now, we're used to hearing about how millennials are addicted to social media and smartphones, but now there is a need to make way for Generation Z, whose lifestyles are even more connected. Let's get more from our Oh Soo-young, who is in the studio for us today to wrap up our series focusing on this demographic. So, Soo-young, remind us again, who exactly falls into this Generation Z?
Well, we're talking about a generation that doesn't quite know how to go offline, as they were born in the age of internet and raised with social media. So born between the mid-90s to the late noughties, Generation Z are now estimated to make up about a third of the world's population. And to better acquaint you with this digital savvy cohort, I met with Amy.
Meet Amy Jeon, a middle school student living in Seoul. Swiping seamlessly through multiple devices and 5 social media platforms, she does her homework, makes friends with people halfway across the world, and uploads YouTube videos on gaming.
Yeah, I would do some tutorials on some games, or I would just play them with my friends. I have some internet friends. I never ever met them. I know them through the internet, and we would video call usually.
Called digital natives, Generation Z are fast learners powered by search engines. They're multitaskers as well as natural content creators armed with video editing and social media tools.
Creating a YouTube channel, in my opinion, is an unbelievable way for students to share their talents and gain some recognition. If a student's a great singer or dancer or musician or whatever, for me, I personally see a huge avenues for students to gain fulfillment.
As they're widely exposed to news about political, social and economic problems, researchers say they're also passionate about finding solutions for the greater good.
Now, this does sound like an enterprising bunch and even more connected than the millennials, but it does beg the question, does all this constant connectivity, is it actually good for them?
Well, that's actually a topic of growing interest. While Generation Z are very confident behind the camera and quite adept at building an online personality, once you remove the screen, it gets a bit awkward.
In real life, I'm not a shy person, but I'm not able to show all of my emotions because it gets a little bit embarrassing at times. But in social media or online, they would not be able to really see me. So I am able to be more comfortable. If I have something serious to say, I would never do it in person because it is embarrassing for me, and I'm really used to now texting.
Most members of Generation Z are so used to talking to the screen that eye contact can feel disconcerting.
It's desensitizing them. They're not very social when it comes to face to face. A lot of kids are very shy, but again, once they put those headphones on or behind the keyboard, they can socialize with whoever.
Also, as we witness through the series, Generation Z rely on emojis to convey their emotions, and a growing number prefer to share short video clips on the spot, rather than catch up with their friends offline. But this means they're always scrolling and checking for the latest updates, engendering what they call FOMO, or the fear of missing out.
If everyone else is referencing some online thing that happened, whether it be something that happened in your friendship group or, an online, viral trend that's spread, and they're not in the loop, they feel like they've missed out. And so social validation has started to be connected to online use in some ways.
Now, it does sound like they're under a whole lot of pressure compared to previous generations that haven't had this kind of experience. Yeah, so there are differing experiences between the two generations, right?
There's a lot of pressure on them, and aside from the pressure of having to keep up with their peers constantly on social media, Generation Z, according to various analysts, are feeling increasingly anxious and depressed because they feel lonely and crave human connections.
But they're reaching out on social media to fill that void of connection. They want that connection. And if they get a response and they get people to reach back to them, they feel better. But when they don't, they can feel even worse and even more disconnected.
as the boundary between the virtual and physical worlds continue to blur for Generation Z. Researchers say that it's critical that parents and educators help them establish regular face-to-face contact as well as offline relationships in order to help them overcome this paradoxical implication of being broadly connected but feeling more disconnected than ever.
Yeah, indeed. And we do hope that they don't get too addicted to these internet or social media or their smartphones. Soo-young, it has been intriguing to listen to this series about Generation Z. Thank you very much. Excellent reporting as always.
Thank you for having me.